are going to talk about morning binders today because I'm setting up our new binders. And let's see, the lighting looked better when I was testing it on my camera. So, hello everyone. So bring your morning time questions if you have morning time questions. I'm planning mine so it's all fresh in my mind, and I'm putting together all the pages for our morning time binders. Hey, thank you for inviting followers. So when we do morning time, the biggest chunk of our morning time is our memory work binder. And if you don't know, oh, hi Jen. If you don't know what morning time is, you need to listen to the Your Morning Basket podcast for one. But it's the time where in our school day, we start off the day by gathering together and praying and singing and reading the Bible together. And it's where we do our memory work also, which most of our memory work is scripture. So we have these binders. And this is how I have organized our memory work because, there we go. Yeah, and you can't quite see my whole, this is cleaned up. They're just organizing the papers for the morning time binders is just like takes over the entire, every flat surface that I have at this time because I like to do them all in the summer, get it all done right away. Not right away, but get it all done in the summer because when it's a break week in the middle of the school year, it's just not going to happen. So I find all of our poems, print them all off, get everything in page protectors, get everything in organized piles, and then all I have to do is change things out, and it takes maybe half an hour between our terms because I change the content, our memory work content every term. Yeah, it makes a big difference. Less so if you don't have very much to do. So I choose my memory work by, you're on Periscope. I choose my memory work by looking at other people's lists. So a lot of the first things that I chose came off of Cindy Rollins' memory work lists, Brandy Vensel's memory work lists. Ambleside Online has lists of poems to use for memory. I've used that. And then also what I do is when I'm reading the Bible, oh yeah, Knox wants in on it. When I'm reading the Bible or when we are singing a song at church and I think, oh, this is one we should do, I have a place where I write that down. So then when it comes this time of year and I'm putting it all together, I just grab that and I've already made a list. We really don't need your chewing sounds on my Periscope. Thank you very much. Not yet. So I have that ready to go list that I've just kind of built up gradually over the year. But I definitely started off first by looking at other people's lists. And you can still find those lists. Actually, you can still find them. I've linked to them on mine. Yeah. 12, 10, 8, 6, and 3 are the ages of mine. Yeah, you've seen several of them, but not all of them. So the memory work binders, I started these because with that is age. I don't have high schoolers yet, so they are ages. And not 10, actually. 12, he's almost 13, 11, 8, 6, and 3. So I started off with making these binders because we had a lot of resistance in our morning time when we did the call and repeat method. And I know that works for a lot of people, and there are a lot of pros to that because they are just learning through their ears and out their mouths, and that's good. It's a great way to do it, but for us it was a fight. And so if anything is a fight, you have to think, okay, is this something worth fighting over, or can I find a logistics way around this fight? And for us, the memory work binders were a logistical way around that fight. And so we've been using these for 6 years, where everyone actually has their own binder. This one is mine. Yes, So my 3-year-old binder, hers is not going to be, it's empty right now, but she doesn't have everything exactly like it, but she'll have at least one song and at least one poem so she can find the right spots to be with us. But this is her little half-size binder. And then I have a container here. Everybody has their own binder, and everybody's binder is exactly the same inside. So when I have these pages, you can kind of see here, I have stacks of five copies of everything. And so I don't reprint things every year. I keep the old poems. I have those tethered here. I have a file crate here, and all the poems from previous years that we aren't doing. Okay, we are not going to watch and listen to you eat. Okay, go do that in the kitchen. Oops. There we go. Yeah, I really should. So I have all of our poems separated out. So when, say, my 3-year-old, a lot of her poems this year are poems that the other kids had at her age. So I already have them printed and available, and they're just in here, upside down. Summer Sun, A Good Play. So these are all the Stevenson versions. So all of the poems that we've had over the years, we don't review all of the poems because I figure they'll get a lot of them again as each child has that poem on down the line, and it's really more exposure. We're doing the poems for exposure. So poets H through N are in this one. I choose poems based on other people's lists, like Cindy Rollins' list, Brandy Wenzel's list, Ambleside Online's list. And then when the kids get to be about 8 to 10 and up, they get to start choosing some of their own poems. So that means that most of my older boys' poems are Tolkien, which is fine, absolutely wonderful. So they get to start choosing some of their own, and that gives them some reason to go browsing through all of our poetry books. I do have a master list, yes. Okay, go to the kitchen and do that in the kitchen, not here. So you can go to simplyconvivial.com/memory, and that is where I have links to the list of everything we've done as far as poems and scripture memory and hymns. I have links to the tutorial posts about how I put together our binders. I have links to Brandy's list of memory work and Cindy's list of memory work that I've pulled from. So simplyconvivial.com/memory, or if you just go to Simply Convivial, the link up at the top that says Morning Time, that's where you can find everything.